Welcome to a little last weekend of March TBR. So this weekend is the F1 Grand Prix in Japan, and it's the last Grand Prix for a while because a bunch of the April races got canceled, of course. So I'm going to be pulling crazy hours this weekend, I guess. So I have some books that I want to prioritize to try and wrap up my March reading. So first of all, I have Happy Place by Emily Henry. I have about 100 pages left of this. So, oh no, I just realized the spine's a little cracked, but that's okay. She's well loved. So these are actually all rereads for me. This is part of my rereading and ranking Emily Henry books project that I'm working on. And so far, I had to take a break from this because I ended up reading Project Hail Mary and a bunch of other stuff. But I'm getting back into it, and I think, for me, plot-wise, this might be my favorite Emily Henry book so far. For reference, I've read People We Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers, and Beach Read. And I'm rereading this one. But I do think that, what are their names? Harriet and Wynne. I think they are not my favorite characters, but I think the plot is my favorite. And I think the plot in this one is the juiciest. And the gossipiest. That's not a word, but it's the most dramatic and exciting. So, book-wise, favorite. Character-wise, probably not. I also have about 7 hours left of my re-listen of Lights Out because the new book comes out on Tuesday. And I am doing a new job at work, sort of. It's a new department that I'm learning stuff, but I'm doing my old department sometimes too. So I don't really have time to listen to audiobooks like I was, just because I'm always on trainings and learning stuff. So it's taken me 2 days to listen to 4 hours of this book, which is so sad. But for this weekend, whenever I'm doing other hobbies, I've got this audiobook to finish up. And then of course I am going to re-listen to Caught Up. I know some people didn't like this one as much as Lights Out, but Teddy Hamilton is the male lead in this audiobook, and the female main character's name is Lauren. So for that reason, this is my favorite. Also, look at the edges. I do not have a copy pre-ordered yet, I realized. So let me know what copy you plan on getting for Game On, because I might have to research and see what different editions are available. And then finally, this is a stretch goal, but I realized that next weekend is Easter weekend, which means that following Tuesday is when I had to look up the title, which is when Rights of Starling by Daphne Perry, which is the second book in this series. I don't know, is that the last, or is it going to be a longer series? Okay, Storygraph says that it's going to be a trilogy. So I did take off the day that Rights of Starling releases, so I figure I should probably get this reread done, and so I'm ready for release day. And I figure if I start it this weekend and I reread a little bit all next week, then I should actually finish it by release day. Fingers crossed. So those are my reading plans for the weekend in between F1. And also I was influenced to resurrect my Tamagotchi from the dead. She's happy now. She's mostly happy. Hold on. Let's see how happy she is. Profile. Okay, she's half happy. We're gonna work on that for a little while. I do have a lot of money. And I did in fact burn my finger on the exploded batteries. But, the McLaren boys were playing with their Tamagotchi, so I felt like I needed to resurrect mine as well. So that is my weekend reading plans. I will check in with you as I'm going along and hopefully finishing some books.